as he continues his career here at Oklahoma. And he's only going to enhance his draft stock being here for another year. I mean, he's got a chance to be one of the top corners in the country next year.
I had a chance to cover Gus Malzahn 2008, 7 and 8 in Tulsa. They threw the ball over the place. This year they're really running the football. Do you see the same type of offense as you've had under Gus, or is this totally different than years past?
Well, when you look at statistically, they're a little bit unbalanced. When you look at, I think they're number 5 in rush offense and maybe 112 in pass offense. So, they've leaned obviously, heavier on the run this year than they have. So he's very multiple in what he can do, and his quarterback position was a little bit unstable. They played 3 quarterbacks, and that's hard to develop continuity in your passing game. But they just leaned heavier on their run, and they do it extremely well. But you still have to be protective of their play action passes. Any team that runs the ball that well is going to have an effective play action game, boot passes. So they still make you defend the whole field. It's just a different way.
How much can somebody like Caleb Kelly, saw him grow at the end of the season, but through these bowl practices, how much can he grow?
Oh, he's light years. He's really not the same person when he started here in June, July, whatever it was. But he's just grown. I think he's a guy that we'll look to his leadership and his consistency and what he does day in and day out. He's a very intellectual and smart person, and he's able to analyze his game and figure out where he needs to develop. And I think he'll do that. I think he's already working on it. So I think the sky's the limit for him as a player. He's very multiple in what he can do. He has great range. As he physically develops, I think he'll be a tremendous player.
Last time you played a team like Auburn was probably Ohio State, and Caleb didn't play very much in that game. How much does kind of having him developed over a year help?
It helps. I think you need to play. You need to be more physical with the teams like this. We didn't, our game plan wasn't what it needed to be, obviously, against Ohio State. And, we kind of just basically leaned on our best 11 players at that time. And that necessarily isn't the case when you play a team that physical. And, Auburn's going to present that, that physicality that you're going to see from, guys like Ohio State. So, we've learned to play bigger and, work our defense around Caleb and what we asked him to do.